Hello and welcome to part 6 of my October 2014 update. As I said in the last video, I thought I only had a couple more of these recruiting offer video titles to show, but turns out I've got another 8, at least another 8 anyway, unless I've got any more floating about. So I think I've got 25 or 26 in total, and I've shown 2 videos worth already at 16. I've shown one on its own, 17, and this is 25. So with these ones, this might be it, or say it might be another one. Yeah, and these are all $2 or £3 each. Can't remember which ones I got from the entertainment store. Got the first few from there, but then they didn't seem to have much on there, so the rest I got from base. As I mentioned with using Revolt, it did pay to sometimes search for the title rather than just seeing the first one that came up, because some of these were listed twice, and there's ones were under one price and one under the other. So you may see it come up as one thing for somewhere else, but then it might be cheaper through another retailer. So it did sort of pay to check, but don't think it was too many that were like that. So yeah, got the 8 in this one. Show you the first 2 in this one. These are both stand-up ones. These ones I got towards near the end when I was sort of thinking, shall I get these ones? And I knew I wanted them, and well, I might as well while I can get them sort of cheap, because these stand-up comedy Blu-rays don't tend to drop in price a huge amount. I mean, they don't stay at sort of 9 or 10 quid, but they don't tend to drop much below 5 quid usually. So this is Michael McIntyre. This is Showtime. Again, if you're familiar with him, then you know what to expect from his comedy. Don't want to see if there's any extra features on here. Doesn't seem to be anything listed. I'm assuming there probably is something on here, but nothing mentioned on the back. I don't even know how long this show is. It doesn't seem to say on these ones for some reason. It does have an ultraviolet code, which is seems a bit uncommon for these sort of releases, but yeah. I've used the code already, but again, you probably, if you've seen them on, well, they didn't actually tend to do many panel shows. He did used to do Mock the Week, but didn't tend to do much now, panel shows. But if you've seen them on like Live the Apollo or something, he's for a comedy roadshow, then no doubt you've probably heard some of this material before. So yeah, and again, well, it says finds 2 record-breaking DVDs. They haven't said this is a DVD this time on this one, but yeah, that's Showtime. Next one is Hello Wembley, which I think is the show beforehand, or well, directly beforehand, or there's one between this and that one. Here's Hello Wembley. Looks slightly younger there. You can tell it looks like different. And then we've got all Michael's best bits from this BBC One series, Michael McIntyre's Comedy Roadshow. So again, whether there's any overlap between that and what's in this show, I don't know. It's like same with Live at the Apollo. You'll get the host, and they'll sort of do a bit at the beginning, and then they'll do little bits in between. Do the comedians. So I don't know how long the extra is. Oh, hang on, it says 46 minutes. So I get some extra material there, which is good. The first one's Live and Laughing. Don't think that's on Blu-ray. Don't know if I have that on DVD actually. Got quite a lot of stand-up on DVD. Quite a range of comedians. Well, I can upgrade them to Blu-ray, but a lot of them all the Eddie Izzard ones aren't going to come out on Blu-ray now, so but what can I will upgrade. And then we have the disc there, so like the other one really, just nothing doing it from their front cover. Next up, we have Saturday Night Fever. It's directed by John Badham. This is the 30th anniversary special collector's edition, starring John Travolta, of course. This is very much of his time disco film. It does have some Bee Gees songs in here. There's not as many Bee Gees songs as I thought there was in here, and there are some other artists as well. But yeah, again, this is one I've been looking at for a while. I think the picture quality in the reviews will put me off. When I was in America last year, I did see this American version of this, and I think I'm trying to work out what the price was compared to the UK one. And I was trying to get Signal on my phone to check the reviews, and the prices, but I decided not to get it in the end. And then it's been on my wish list for a while, so one I didn't mind picking up for that price. About over $2.50. Same as the DVD in terms of special features. But I say when I watched the picture, I think the picture quality was alright. Sometimes you can read reviews and it puts you off buying the film, but I mean, if you're upgrading the title and it's not much better than the DVD, there's not much point. But if you haven't got the DVD already and you want the film, then I'd say just get the Blu-ray, unless the picture quality is horrendous. But that's not normally the case. Occasionally there will be, but usually they'll be okay. Yeah, there's a synopsis. There was a follow-up to this film. I think it was where this based on Tony Manero, the character. Staying Alive, also Sergeant Travolta. That was written, don't think it was directed, but it's written by Sylvester Stallone, if I can remember correctly. But don't know that film at all, never seen it. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as this anyway. And then there's a Paramount disc. This is not the silver, it's the other sort of silver disc they use. But yeah, so I enjoyed this film, and well, I could probably watch again at some point in the future. Next up we have a John Hughes film, and you'll notice by the theme of the next one as well. This is Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and stars Steve Martin and the late John Candy. Always seems this film, although it's not the same plot and it's not the same story, it always reminds me of the Jack Lemmon film, The Out of Towners, which was remade. You know, trying to get somewhere and having numbers of obstacles in your way. I probably wouldn't mind watching that film again. The Out of Towners, haven't seen it for ages. I did enjoy it. I think Shelley Duvall was in it. I can't remember now which lady was in it, but that one don't think has had a Blu-ray release anyway. It's just DVD, but yeah, it's worth watching that as well. So yeah, and the good thing is this: not all extra features, but some of them are in HD. Thinking whether all these were on DVD or not. Some of them would have been, probably. What's all been? I don't know. I haven't got that to hand to check. I think I already tried that one in anyway. But yeah, there's synopsis. It's Thanksgiving, both trying to get home, and say everything seems to get in their way. There's a lady. I'm sure she's at the car rental place at the airport. I can't say remember what it was, but there's that scene with Steve Martin. He used the F word quite a lot, but it's in a funny way, and her response is hilarious. Again, although it's not a technically Christmas movie, it's a sort of film you can watch around Christmas. It's yeah, it's very funny. Probably I'll watch it again for a little bit, because I watched this not too long ago, and I've seen it a couple of times. So there are some of the things I do want to watch as well. So, but yeah, there's the silver disc. Next up is a another John Hughes film. This is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is again upgrade from a DVD. Now there's two different DVD releases to this. There's the original one, which just had a commentary on by John Hughes. I think it was just that was anything on there. Then it got reissued as a special edition, which is basically this one, Bueller edition. And this Blu-ray is the same as that one. It doesn't have the audio commentary on there for some reason. I don't know why. It's not as if different version of the film on here, but I don't know why they didn't have that on there. So I've kept the original DVD, but I've got rid of the other DVD, which is the same as this one, because I don't need it. Don't think I'd actually seen this beforehand. Because I had got two versions of the DVD, but don't think I've seen this beforehand. But I did watch this, really enjoyed it. Basically, Ferris Bueller, played by Matthew Broderick, takes a day off school, and he gets up to quite a lot of things, and he's trying to get back and not get caught. I mean, whether this could happen in real life, this kind of thing, I've got no idea, but it is funny, and so it's John Hughes film, so we get with John Hughes films. So yeah, and then we have some special features on there. Don't think they're HD because it didn't say, but it's good because you got the cast come together again. You sort of see them as they're older. And there's the disc, that sort of silver colour disc. Next three, which are the last three. We'll do this one next. This is sort of the same sort of similar style film to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is Fast Times at Richmond High, starring Sean Penn, a very young Sean Penn, and Jennifer Jason Leigh, and also Judge Reinhold, who you'd have seen in the Beverly Hills Cop films I showed earlier. We do have some special features on this. This is a Universal release rather than Paramount, because it seems like every other title I've been showing from this offer have been Paramount titles. We've got some special features on here. I have seen this before. Haven't watched it for quite a while though. Directed by Amy Heckerling and written by Cameron Crowe, who directed Jerry Maguire and Almost Famous. This is their Winter Undercover. So you got the full experience. Again, if I had a choice out of this one and Ferris Bueller, I'd probably just go for Ferris Bueller as one I prefer and one I could watch again, but I still do like this one. I think Sean Penn is the main character in this, but I haven't watched this for a few years. But there. Then we have the disc, and we have some artwork on this one. Makes a change. Although Universal do tend to put artwork on their discs. I don't think who else is in this. So I kind of recognise him, I can't think who he is. Yeah, that is Fast Times at Richmond High. When was it from? 1982, so I think if it wasn't Sean Penn's first film, it was one of his first films. Next up we have Dynamo, Mission Impossible. Already had season 2 of this, got it quite cheap on Amazon, but these are the ones that have been a bit more expensive. So I was glad to pick up, I think this is the first series. So I was glad to pick this up. I have seen this on Watch, I think it was on, yeah, Watch. Haven't seen this for a while. Don't think I've watched every single episode of this. But yeah. So I do like his magic, and he goes all over the world, and he sort of talks a little bit about his past, and meets a lot of people in the street, and there's some sort of celebrities in this as well. But his sort of magic is really good. Some that you sort of think Some of it you can sort of see how he probably does it. Some of the things it's more difficult to work out how he does it. There was a third, I think it's the final series, the third one, which is just recently been on to come out, and I think he decided just to end this. I mean, he still does magic, but I think he decided to end the TV series. There was a box set with all, probably a box set with the first 2 in, but there's a box set with all 3 in. But I will pick the third one up when it's a decent price, so I can have them all. Because usually, you know, you can say a film's got, there's 3 in the series, like there's Ocean's films. I need to get Ocean's 12 because I don't have much Blu-ray there. But I've already got Ocean's 11 and 13, so I don't really want to be spending like £9 to get the box set for Ocean's 12. So you sometimes weigh up, say, oh yeah, I can get one cheap. It's like the Brian Cox series, Wonders of the Universe and the Solar System. I could have picked up one of those cheap, but then I would have had to get the box set to get the other 2. That would have been the cheaper way, but then I'd end up having one twice. So, but this I don't mind because I know I can get the third one probably a bit cheaper anyway. So I won't end up paying any more than I would have done. But yeah, there's the disc, same artwork as the front. And finally, this is one I've been after for Blu-ray for quite a while. I had the DVD, still not got around to watching this actually. Did order this on Blu-ray a while back from Amazon. It was about £3, I thought really cheap. And then I got it in the post and it was the DVD. And I contacted the seller and they go, well, did you really expect the Blu-ray for that price? And I went, well, you've listed it as a Blu-ray, so no, it's your error. I'll send it back and got a refund. But I've been meaning to pick it up in the past since then, but it's always been a little bit more than I wanted to pay, so perfect opportunity to get it for this price. Stars Katherine Heigl, who was in Under Siege 2, I think one of her first roles. She doesn't actually seem to do much now. I think she pissed a lot of people off and fell out with people, so probably doesn't get the roles now that she would do. Also got Paul Rudd, and who's also in, I think he was in the 40-year-old version, and Leslie Mann. It's directed by the Judd Apatow directed the 40-year-old version. And with these sort of releases, like Superbad and all the ones, you get a load of extra features on here, and I mean you get a lot of extra features. Whether these are all, you know, more than 2 or 3 minutes, I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot on there. So get good value for money. There's 2 cuts of this film on here. You've got the standard version, which would be the one at the cinema, 2 hours 9 minutes, and there's an extended version, which is that extended and unprotected thing on there, and that's 2 hours 13 minutes. There's not a huge amount extra in there, it's only 4 minutes, but there's some other stuff in there. Not sure what the extra stuff is, but yeah, I need to watch this film actually. But yeah, that's that, and then there's just again Universal, so we have some discard, but nothing too special, but there's something on there. So yeah, that's that one. So I'll say I might have one more of these ones they offer to show. If not, those will be the last ones. Then it's back to normal, just regular sort of Amazon releases and things like that. So, as usual, please rate, comment and subscribe, and until my next video, thanks for watching.